You got it. Okay, so we are recording right now. And welcome to week 5 of the boot camp. Thank you for showing up. I love how, and it's very much expected, how the first week was packed full, and then there was a little bit less, and a little bit less, and a little bit less. In fact, I have a statement that I earmarked in my book, and it does happen to fit. Participation demonstrates how you feel about your business. So I give each one of you a virtual hug and a high five at the same time, and a thank you and appreciation, because it speaks highly of how you feel about your business, and also how you feel about what I'm attempting to do for you. So it's just massive. So thank you for showing up here again. Absolutely. So now to dig into what Kelly was saying, perfect timing. Well, actually any time is perfect to ask or share all of that. And I'm going to try to start in one piece, and let me know if I don't get to all of it. And it's very relevant to the content tonight too. So once again, the universe is helping us along tremendously. So all the pieces, you don't have to be everywhere. You absolutely do not have to be everywhere. Bite-sized pieces, always remember that. Everything that you do is a great digital footprint. Don't worry too much about what kind of energy and what you're sharing. Just be yourself, and just do it in little pieces as you're comfortable. The reason why I recommend Facebook always first and foremost is because that's where you're going to get the biggest reach. That's where pretty much every target audience at some point of reference will find you, search for you, see you. Facebook is a good one to master. And then go ahead and dabble or play in the other ones. But until you really have a good grounding and you're solid and confident with your daily method of operation being like the money making activities part of it, don't worry about the other ones. And in fact, on week 3 and week 2 and week 1 notes, I have written to mention, don't get distracted by the apps. And that means don't think that you have to be on Snapchat and Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and Google Plus. And, oh yeah, I need to upload to YouTube. And where else should I be? And should I edit this? And should I edit that? And don't worry about it. Even on Facebook, should I have a Facebook page or not? If you are confident with the storyline that you've chosen to share, the target audience that you want to reach, go ahead and put some time into your Facebook page. It doesn't have to like roll out like plop, like Sleeping Beauty or perfect Tinkerbell, or you know what I'm saying, right? The perfect presentation. Your Facebook page can evolve over time. I've had 15 different Facebook pages. I've just allowed it to evolve and fumbled along the way. Let it be you where you are right now. And because we are an evolving character, all of us, each of us. In fact, just a year ago, I did it all wrong. I finally made my first Facebook page with my name. I had all target audiences, my personas, my strategy pages where I was teaching stuff, my video focusing page. I had all these pages, all these testing pages and everything. And then I thought, wait, I'm teaching everybody to make a Facebook fan page to get their name out there, and I'm not doing it. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Just learn as you go, and don't use up all of your time with that kind of stuff. You want to be whatever builds relationships and is doing your money making activities, for sure. Did I answer?
Yes, I would say definitely, to take those bite-sized pieces. And I want to use video really just for the basics for people to get to know who I am. And, I'm not really that complicated. So I think it'll be simple enough to do. And then it's just a matter of, do I have something to teach or to give, or, value there? And the question I have too is, should I do this personally? My thing is saying my internet connection is unstable. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Okay. So yeah, just, having that personal page versus having a fan page, should you just do it all on your personal page and just let it all hang out there for the world to see? It's kind of how it feels,
For
not
the
like it's a big surprise. People know I've been doing home-based stuff for years, but not anything like this. This is so different for me.
That's right. And this might help you decide, but there is no perfect answer to that. It's a good question. But this might help you decide. If you want to do any or dabble in any part of the paid Facebook advertising, even if it's the simple strategy of boosting a post, which you can do for as little as $5, and you can reach a specific target audience. So, and that training is available in AMP in the Facebook training. So just for a quick example, you maybe made, so since it was you that asked, Kelly, maybe you went for a ride. You and your husband went for a ride on your bikes, and you got some of your great views that you get, and you wanted to share that you have the freedom and the story behind it, and the post might say something about that you have freedom to do the things that you love because of what you're doing. So you make a great post, and then you, right below the post and this is on your Facebook fan page, you click boost, and then it opens up a page and it allows you to choose your audience. So you might choose bikers, freedom seekers, entrepreneurs, people that read Success magazine might be your target audience. And then you would watch how many people that reached, because it tells you how many people saw it, how many people engaged, and then you'll know, yep, this is a good target audience. Or you might just choose one. You might get real specific. People who like to bike. That's it.
Dang, there's so much to know. Wow, that's just totally.
So those that you would want to, we can't do that on our personal profiles. So if you're interested in spending any paid sort of advertising, you need to build out a Facebook fan page. So that's why you want to get at least the foundation. So, and you don't have to do anything elaborate on there, just build it over time. And here's an idea. 15 minutes. Set your timer, set your clock. You're only allowed to be on your Facebook fan page 15 minutes a day. Because if you're creative like me, you could be on there for 4 hours and then, whoops, I didn't do my money-making activities. And I make rules for this. Sue, sorry, I'm going to roll it out. I make rules for this with her because I know that she would much rather play all day because she's creative and she likes to have fun. So, you're only allowed, that's your reward. So, okay, I've posted my ads. I've followed up with my interested leads. I've invited all of my prospects to a live call today. Now I can go do some creative stuff. So like all of you might have noticed, there's no new images lately. It's because by the time I get through my my income producing activities and my community service activities and then the AMP activities, I didn't have time. And it's okay. So does that kind of help you decide? That's what the fan page is for. It opens up the door for you to do paid advertising. And it's powerful. It is really powerful.
I really appreciate that. That really actually made a lot of sense. So thank you so much for answering that. You're just helping me so much. You have no idea, Susan. Thank you.
Good.
From the bottom of my heart.
You're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. And Shay, your screen is not being shared. Like, can you see all of us on your screen? Oh, unmute you. Okay.
There we go. Yes. Yes, I can see everyone.
Okay. And can you see you? We can see you.
No, I can't see me. Okay.
It's weird. That was happening to Bob last night and the week before too. I honestly I can't help you with that. I don't know. We might have to check with Zoom.
With Craig Bieber's name, it was weird.
Yes. Well, that part is because he clicked Craig's panel link.
Oh.
But as far as why he couldn't see the screen and why you can't share, I'm sorry. I have no clue.
Okay.
That's over my pay grade, I guess. I don't know. It's been happening often enough, though. I really need to check with Zoom why it's happening. Does anybody have any questions with where we were going with that, with to fan page or to not? To do or to not? And it does have to do with videos. So you record a video. Do you upload it to your fan page or do you upload it to your personal page? You know what? You can do both. And that's the value of recording the video on a separate device, easy on your phone. You upload it to Facebook and then you also upload it to YouTube. Always do upload it to YouTube because, as I mentioned, on Facebook, it scrolls down the feed. And unless somebody comments or it gets popped back up, it goes back down. Whereas once you put it on YouTube, it's always available. It's always there.
If we like our own page, or will it pop back up?
On your profile? Like your own post?
Yeah, our own post, sorry.
Yeah. Any activity on it, whether a new comment, a new like, it triggers Facebook to decide if they want to show it again to more people or maybe one more person or 100 more people. Yeah, any engagement. Or if you take your personal Facebook profile, like your video on there, and then share it over onto your Facebook fan page or vice versa. Yeah. And reach out to everybody in the group that you help out, that like say, I just made a post. Can you go and engage on it? There's no problem with that. In fact, for like probably about 3 years, I used to have little like group chats with groups of people, and we would literally just pop in new post and we put our link and we would just go and all comment and engage on everybody's posts. Just something that you do, everybody helping everybody. It's a community activity. We used to call it blitz groups. We had all sorts of creative names for it. But yeah, feel free to, if somebody's not noticing your group, just message. That's what we're all here for.
So, Susan, the thing that as I'm going to start really opening up a lot more on Facebook as well, but I feel that like since I've had a presence as my own page for so long, and I really don't talk about business specifics. I, like yourself, post kind of thoughts or some kinds of quotes or things like that about the day. But every once in a while, I'll say, "Wow, I'm doing something amazing." Or come over to my Facebook or come up to my fan page, and then direct them to that. And then when I'm in that place, that's where it's all business. Not all business, but a lot more about individual, like what we're doing now and things like that. So that feels natural for me.
Yep, exactly. And that's how to decide what feels good to you. And your connections on Facebook. And if you don't, you should get to know them. Like what kind of posts you make, how do they engage with them? And if that feels right, then by all means do that. Like my Zelemius Success Strategies page used to be the only page that I would post anything business. And it was all about strategies, lead generation, solo ads, and not even video stuff on that page for the most part. That was all on my video Facebook page. So it's, people know what to expect and that's where they go. So that's fine. And when people are like, if you post one specific thing on your personal profile, whether it's quotes or inspirational, etc., people are going to ask what you're doing, or there's going to be conversations that just organically build up. Yeah. Yeah.
How do you separate? I created a fan page to separate my personal profile from business. And when I post things, everything still gets posted to my timeline. How do I separate them so that it just gets posted to my fan page?
To be honest, I can't remember. So just ask it in Google. Somebody will tell you, or maybe Sue knows. But I honestly, I don't remember how to do that.
When she gets ready to post, is she posting as herself or is she posting as her fan page name? Because that way, and when it asks if she wants to share it, it'll say if she wants to share it, as herself, or if she wants to share it as her fan page, and where she wants it to go. In that little drop down.
It doesn't give me a drop down. It only allows me to do it in my timeline as my my name.
Let's save that question and make sure that you get it answered.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, because that's a good question. Other people might have it too. So now I'm going to move. Oh, let's make sure. Anne must have got bumped off. You're back, Anne. Are you playing hide and seek today?
I think I was. No, I was multitasking, and all of a sudden I lost my screen. I'm like, where is it?
Oh.
I had to get off and come back.
There we go. Okay, so this week's assignment was your story video. And did you catch in the notes that in my opinion, you should have 3 different lengths of story videos, and does it make sense why? Yes?
For people with different attention spans?
Yes. Right.
That's one of them. Yep. Why else would you want to have different lengths of your story?
Well, one was the elevator length, and that's for when you meet somebody right quick, and it's like, hey, what you do, and you just spit that one out right quick. Then there's one that you might, a potential partner, you want to explain a little bit more in depth, but that's a little different. And just regular people every day, that's a little different too, but they might not want to know as much as your partner wants to know about you in that way.
Yep, that's very good. So say you're having this conversation with someone, you've been warming up, building a relationship, they've gone to some of the presentations, they've attended lots of the live events, and you're to the point where you're at the qualification conversation, and they're deciding what level. They've said, I really like what you're doing, I like the community, and I'm just deciding what level, and they're talking like the 3,500 or the 6,500 level, but you can tell that there's still a little bit hesitancy. Well, first of all, this is one of the places where you would initiate a 3-way, of course, but that's not what we're talking about here today. One of the things at that point that is super, super important, even if you think that you've built a trust relationship, as soon as the yes and cash come into play, all of a sudden, like trust is much more important, right? Do they really know you? It's still a new relationship. That longer story video is going to be really, really important at that point. You might say something like, I know we've had some great quick conversations here, and things are going well, and you're considering making this big decision, and I've already told you I want you to make a relaxed and informed decision, and you've seen some of the community, and I've said that I'm not going anywhere, kind of thing, or however you make the conversation. But I do have a 18-minute video that if you want to take the time, it'll just help you get to know me a little bit more. I'll send it to you and you watch it at your convenience. It can make a huge difference. You might not even always need it, but the thing is, if you have that in your back pocket, in your tickle trunk, it's tremendously valuable. Tremendously valuable. It's worth your time to record it. It's also a really good exercise to truly tell that long of your story. So it's valuable on both sides. So that's why I bring that up. Does that bring any questions? And you might not like your first one. Your first one might suck, and that's okay. That's okay. I still don't like my long one. but I'm just keeping it real because what one of the pieces that I would really love each of you to go away with, and I know everybody's really craving more of the technical stuff with video, but honestly, you can find that anywhere. But these kind of conversations are a bit unique, and I would like you to have in your tickle trunk a specific list of available videos and a priority list of available videos that you're always going to be updating and knowing that are really, really important. And that's one of them. Well, all three of your story options. Also, getting more comfortable about telling your story is really important too. For example, when you come out on group video things like Hang Out with Mentors, and somebody asks you, so Gregory, tell me, who are you and why did you join? Spur of the moment.
Because I wanted to be a father, not a paycheck.
That's an awesome quote, actually.
And I don't want to freeze on video, but it just happened.
Yeah, you're frozen. With a very serious expression.
I'm looking quite stern.
So if you didn't be telling that a few times and you've recorded it and you've probably said it in multiple videos, you wouldn't be that comfortable just immediately responding with that, right?
Right.
So it takes practice, what you're comfortable with. Sometimes you're gauging people's responses, but those three videos will help you grow a lot in your video marketing. In fact, I've worked with some video marketers who have done the kind of video marketing, the YouTube, the keyword, the black hat style of video marketing for years against, like, they're recording a video to sell their product, but they're kind of dissing and keyword tagging off of another product. And that, like, those are the kind of video marketers I used to hang with. And they had no clue how to tell their story. So they were purely doing video marketing on, like, I don't know the right words, but hype and like gangster style, I guess. And so, and a close friend of mine, actually, Todd Dow, when I pulled him out and I said, well, what about sharing your story? And first of all, he's lived in St. Louis for years and years, and it was actually Kenny that helped me realize that it's actually. I'm just going to mute you, Sunita. We see you, and we're glad you're listening, but I'll just mute you. That it's kind of not tradition, culture. It's cultural not to speak about yourself on video, or not to tell your story. And I couldn't understand, like, we work together all the time. Why won't you jump on a hangout with me? Well, it's inappropriate to be in public and have a conversation with a Caucasian female if you're a black male. And so getting past that, I said, yeah, but you're on the internet. Like, you're not where you, anyway, long story short, years and very, very successful with video marketing, but he had never told his story. Do you want to know what happened when he did tell his story?
It popped.
Yeah. Exploded his business. Yeah. Going from multiple, like grinding a lot for $25, $50, and $200 sales to $3,000 and $5,000 in long-term coaching clients. So is your story important? Abso-freaking-lutely. Know, like, and trust. It's powerful. And I can even share a few links of what he's doing in his stories now, like in his videos. All long inspirational stories that have over 1,000 views, multiple thousand views, from being too shy to tell anything of his story. So tell your story in multiple ways, from multiple directions, with multiple sceneries. Just even if it's one piece at a time. So those 3 videos are essential. Then a capture page video. Even if you don't put it in your capture page right now, but a capture page style video, absolutely have one available. Record them, even for the experience of recording it. Why should somebody enter their information below on that page? Who are you talking to? We'll go back to the target audience, and I'll share the target audience document with you guys today. And if we want to go over it on week 6, I think we all decided as a group that if you have questions, we can discuss it, but otherwise, and it's pretty self-explanatory. It just gives you questions to ask yourself just to help you figure out who you're talking to. So the capture page video, why should they share their information with you? The welcome to video for your Facebook page. So whatever Facebook page you decide, or if you, sorry, I'm just checking. Okay, they got it. Tammy needs a 3-way and Jason's got it. Facebook page. So even if you do have 2 different ones or whatever Facebook page, have a video that's pinned to the top. Welcome to my Facebook page. Really valuable. Just short, but just welcome them. And then the welcome to new Facebook connections. And even if you don't always use it, but just a quick video. And that one, you don't even have to share the same video with everybody. If you like it, just use the messenger and either use voice or video, but immediately start off your relationships with some sort of quick video. It'll help you get past that. Help you get past that comfort of video. Your YouTube channel, the welcome, and somebody I saw somebody asked, how do I put the welcome, the YouTube channel welcome video up there? Was that you, Sue? Okay. And it's in the, when you do your channel and in your edits, when you're going through all of the stories there, you can choose which video everybody sees. Yeah. Capture page. Then the thank you on the thank you page or bridge page, whichever you want to call it. So, and it doesn't have to be that long, but essentially you're welcoming them. Thank you for entering your information. And what you say after that or in between is, I can't really give you a script because it needs to be who you are and why but do have your energy high, and do be excited to tell them what are you excited about for the products and the community. But do tell them these 2 or 3 instructions. For sure, number 1, tell them to check their email. Because if they check their email immediately, if your first email gets into their inbox, especially if it's Gmail, if they open that first email, it sets the stage for all of the rest of your follow-up emails that they get. They'll be delivered into their inbox. But if they miss that first email, then not all of them are going to go into their inbox. They might go into their spam folder or who knows. So if you tell them, some people don't think, even if the page says, and they might read it, watch your email, but unless you tell, they need to be told maybe a second time, or your voice telling them, check your email. I've sent you an email. And then the third thing you might want to tell them is make sure after you click the button on this below this video, make sure that you go through all 3 steps on the next page so that you can make a relaxed and informed decision, or whatever your language, use your comfort language, or use that language to start off with and then improve it as it rolls out naturally. And you can tell them that on step 1 is the product and business overview. Step 2 is the frequently asked questions and testimonials. And step 3 is a really quick, important survey. And I'd love to hear your answers to those questions. So give them directions, tell them what to do. They don't innately know what to do. Even what we think is obvious and simple, they may not. Any questions about that? Gregory, if your video that you have on your bridge page, when you're ready, would you like to share it with everybody? Because you're really speaking to your target audience.
Oh, the one that welcome or thanks for yeah.
Yeah.
You have the link. I mean, You want me to find the link and share it, or what?
Yeah, if you want to, or I can share it later in the Facebook group. I just think it would be a really good example because you are really speaking to your target audience.
My pleasure, absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you.
Susan?
Yeah.
I do have a question. Somehow I missed one of the three things you said. I got on telling them to check their email, and then also after they click and get in there to go through the 3 steps. What did I miss? You said there was 3 things to tell them.
Check their email, click the button, go through the 3 steps on the other side.
Oh, click the button was one of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Unless I said something else and I forget. Did anybody else catch anything else that I said in there? Those are the 3 most important ones, though.
Those questions, and answer the question on step 3. We really want to hear them.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I got them all. I just didn't realize that the last 2 were 2. I thought it was 1.
Yeah. Your story. Then there's another video. There's 2 other videos, and these are kind of vague. And Kelly, I believe I have to watch that video again that you said was actually like the testimonial for AMP video. But you kind of did this, and this is a good idea. And there's no exact structure, but you should for sure have one video. And doing a testimonial for, say, for AMP or for the community will probably pull that out, because you need to say who you are. So a combination of your story and introducing to people what you're doing is a really powerful video to have out there. And you could even record that with a few, excuse me, with a few different backgrounds, a few slightly different angles, and then they're uploaded to YouTube, and you could use different themes or different keywords and different titles. So one could be titled Unstoppable, your name and Unstoppable Alliance. And one could be titled with your name and Tidum, or your name and Pure Profit Pro. Just really that simple. Like, without overcomplicating, just a simple video saying Tracy, Tidum, and Unstoppable Alliance, say. And in that video, all you'd be saying is, hi there, I'm Tracy. I've been a real estate agent and coach for such and such years. I've been working with a new community, and the products that we're connected to is Tidum. This is what I'm enjoying, and I would just like to let you know what I'm doing. If you want more information, simply reach out to me. Like, really that simple, or you can elaborate and tell a story along with it. But the core thing is to have at least 1 or 2 videos that you are showing people who you are, stating clearly what your name is, maybe even what your passions are, who you want to attract, you can pull into there, and then talk about what you're doing. And then all of the rest of the videos that we were talking about, as far as Susan, I'm not sure if you, Susan K, I'm not sure if you heard, but I was using you as an example. I told the story of Sunday in Vegas, how we spent some time talking about how you can create an entire storyline, an entire theme or collection of videos in small bite-sized pieces, sharing with people something that you're good at and that you absolutely love doing, while segueing and inviting people to find out more about what you're doing, because it's creating the time and financial freedom for you to do just that. And that was with your cooking.
Right. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. And I mean, that could be ongoing forever. You could do that. That could be your theme forever. You could have a video plan that once a week you'd create a new cooking video, just once a week.
So with that in mind, I'd like to know, Susan, is it okay to create these videos with what I'm doing without actually showing my face, or do I always want to show my face somehow too?
You should always show your face.
Always? Okay.
Well, yeah. She can pan away, right? Can she introduce with her face, and if she wants to direct to something else, or she can even do a screen share, as long as she starts with the face and then ends with a face. I'm thinking.
Yep, I'm thinking that would be great, and it could be even a separate video that you quickly record, and then you just can attach them together.
Oh, that's a whole nother class, right?
I know. That's why I didn't mention it initially. I don't want to stop you in your tracks. But you could definitely do that. And it's not too hard to learn to attach videos together. It's not too hard, but it can get frustrating.
I just had like an empath feeling about all of a sudden when people get that, that overwhelm, like there's so much to learn. I just had a wave of that. So I would love, if I may, just kind of how I address that. And just sometimes, and even when, Kelly, when you started saying stuff, something along the lines like, okay, that's something else to know. What I do is what that happens is I just take the point of, great, there's a way to market something or target my audience. And I just try to push all the rest of it away. And that helps me, with that. But also going forward, the whole idea of making videos and then editing them through just using what YouTube has is ridiculously easy. So don't even be afraid of that at all. So just keep in mind, if you haven't done that before, you'll have you can do like 3 or 4 scenes. They'll go automatically, and you just call it scene 1, 2, or 3. It'll go in your back office. And she's going to talk about this on the next one probably. But then, in essence, it's just laid right out there, and you can just drag your first scene. And then there's cuts like dissolves, like you can make them long or short, and then you just slide that down, and they're just like a drag and drop type thing. And then it just comes together. It looks great. And it's one of those things where so easy, even I could do it. And I'm so not a techie, but that was overwhelming to me for so long. And once I actually got in there and did it, nothing to it.
Also, another idea, and thank you for that, Gregory. Another idea is if you have $5, or it might take $10 for this one, for every great video that you're going to create, just find a Fiverr guy that will edit videos. And so your question to him would be, if I send you 3 videos that I want you to attach together with transitions to make one video, would you do that? And how much would it cost me? It might cost you $10. So you would send him your initial video that says, hi there, Susan K here, and today I am cooking such and such. That's it. You would record that, and then you would go ahead and record whatever you're doing with all of your instructions. And then afterwards, again, you could do it handheld or whatever. Thanks so much for watching. And remember, if you want to know more about why I have so much time freedom to do the things that I love here in my kitchen, reach out to me at such and such and say your website.
Okay.
And you can just release the stress of like trying to figure it out for now. Just for now, it's something that you do want to learn. I'm not letting you off the hook completely, but don't let it be something that halts you.
Okay.
I'm curious, just
Fiverr's great.
Who does not raise your hand if you do not know what Fiverr is? Raise your hand if you do not know what that is. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. So some don't.
Okay. Dig into Fiverr. You tell them, Gregory.
Well, I'll just say, it's amazing. It's like the whole disruption of the internet. It's just like there's for $5. It's FIVERR.com, I believe. Yep. It's a wonderful outsourcing service for $5. And like right now, I had 10 Life Coach Greg graphics that do different things and pop and spin around and tiles come together for $10. Or no, I'm sorry. Yeah, for 10. I had it done twice. So for $1 a piece, they made different graphics. And then in one of my videos, I go like, "Hi, I'm Life Coach Greg," or whatever. I go like this. I point at the camera, and then all of a sudden, it transitions right to this thing popping. It's so cool. It cost me $1. So the things that are available for an outsourcing through Fiverr are amazing. Like from having somebody to do editing, someone to do transcribing, someone to do you can hire somebody to be like a DJ guy who could be a DJ and say whatever you want it's amazing. You will have so much fun if you've never gone to Fiverr before to just go run around, run amok. But there's so many things that you can do that make you can get your brand. They can come up with a brand that you might have gotten UnStoppable Alliance done there for all I know. I don't know. Did you get that there, or did you guys come up with that?
Yeah.
The logo, right?
Yeah.
All that. So it's amazing. $5.
Absolutely.
I love
Sue just had, and that might be what you were just about to say, Sue. She just got an intro made at Fiverr that she's going to attach to the front of her videos.
and an outro. And he called them intros and outros. So
Right.
Yeah.
they're awesome. I use them all the time.
And you know, that wonderful thing also is when I do videos, a lot of times I'll say, see how fancy that is? And then you tell them that only costs $5. Because if you demystify what you're doing, sometimes, a lot of times, the more professional and amazing we look with all this razzle dazzle, it separates people from us. Like, oh, I could never do that. But once you come on the scene with all that flash and whatnot, and then all of a sudden you show them behind the curtains, A, that you're transparent, or B, that they can do it too, they love it. They like, what? $5? What? Then they feel close to you. And so that I always stop telling people that, you know.
That's right. It does not have to be that hard. Like, I make all my own, but it's because that's my playtime. I just like to. You don't have to. You do not have to. Same with your banner, your channel art for YouTube. Just outsource it.
Mm-hmm.
It's tricky to center it exactly where so it looks right. Just look, and literally it's just like Google in there. Once you get to Fiverr.com, you just do a search in the search bar, video intros, and it'll bring up, or YouTube channel art is what the banner for, or you can put YouTube banner too. They'll know what to send you to. For your Facebook page, don't get hung up on the design. If you don't know what kind of image to put, just put Facebook page banner. Yeah. Any other questions on that? Yeah. With 2 R's, David. FIVRR.com. Yeah. And so all of those videos, and then the story videos, and then you always want to incorporate lifestyle. So if you're on a fitness journey, we spoke of Susan loves her cooking, and she's just got like this bottomless, forever going in knowledge about how to do it and making everything from scratch. So share people. That's your value. And that goes back into, was it assignment number 2, that you needed to make your list of strengths? Whenever you're wondering what kind of video to record or what videos you need to record, go back to that list of strengths. You want to show people not just authentically true you and your true essence, but you want to show people your strengths. You want to share pieces of that. So when you're looking at those lists of strengths, how does that apply to your life? How does that apply to a story? And how can you share that by also segueing or tying into what you're doing now and where you're going? And then there's the other side of the coin. What is one of the stories that for sure, if told with this perspective, always will attract people? And each one is very different, or very specific people that it'll attract. And that's a story of a challenge overcome, an adversity gone through, a problem that has found a solution. Now, this gets into sometimes sharing a bit of vulnerability, which is the main thing that creates human connection, is vulnerability. Mm-hmm. So if you feel comfortable, and if even if it pops up into your mind as an idea, but you're not yet comfortable, that's where your video journal comes into play, right? Write it down. And then when you're comfortable, you go back and you share that story. That's what will pull people through. A problem that you have found a solution for, an adversity that you've gone through, a challenge or a struggle that you've confronted, a border that you've pushed past. Those are the stories that is absolutely going to collect your target audience, and can not just collect them, that's going to convert them. Those are the powerful videos. Those stories, whether they're 2 minutes or 20 minutes, that's where your powerful video comes. And that's where all of this, and go back over your notes, go back over and watch this, everything that we've talked about for 5 weeks. That's where it's all going to come into play. At any given time, at any given moment, you can Google, how do I do this in YouTube? How do I upload this? How do I splice this together? How do I do that? But this kind of thinking you cannot find anywhere. So this is the part that you want to keep on adding to and expanding on and sharing. One of the videos, Super T, when was that you, I believe, and just correct me if I'm wrong, but when you recorded this, that video where you were reading a poem that I'd written, was that when you were doing the video challenge? Like a video every day?
I used it as one of those after I asked your permission if I could use it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And how many views did it get? Because like you were moved by it, and it just happened spur of the moment, and it had that feeling and that passion into it. And how many extra views did you get?
I got quite a few views. I mean, really, I thought it was more you than me. You know, I was reading what you wrote, but
no, it's how you said it.
Right, but people were moved the way I read it. So, you know, that's what made the difference. Even when I sang the song, you know, the children's rhyme.
Yes.
People enjoyed that. I couldn't believe how many comments I got on that people really enjoyed that. But, you know, it was like they were able to laugh, and, you know, and that's what I said. I said, this is something funny just to relax and laugh. And it got a lot of views, a lot of comments. I was surprised.
Yeah. So some of the most uncomfortable videos to record that has something to do with an emotion, but those are the videos that will build relationships with the people that are watching. Right?
Yeah.
Even if you're mad or you're having fun. Tracy, how much engagement did you get when you were laughing with your sister or laughing with your mom and engaging, and it probably didn't roll out like you thought it would, but like it did, and it engaged people because it triggered an emotion, right? People are moved by an emotion, whether they're happy, jolly, silly, maybe a little deep once in a while. That's what moves people. That's what moves people. Now, going back to this story of if it is an adversity or a challenge or pushing past a border, you always want to make sure that that it's not a Debbie Downer kind of angle. So you always want to make sure that I mean, if you're right in it, but you're still, you know, keeping your energy up as you're sharing the story, but usually it would be something that you've already pulled through, or you're almost at the end and you're just sharing the story part of it, because people will feel that heavy energy and they'll like,
run away.
You want to attract people in, not scare them off.
So if Penny leaves me tonight, I'll wait till next week to share it?
Yes.
Yeah.
At least a week or so until you get over it.
Okay.
You're so silly.
I saw her sneaking around the back, Dave.
She's leaving now?
She ain't going nowhere.
Got a good one there.
That's awesome. Any questions with those? Hey, you Penny.
It's here to stay.
Yes. Maybe Penny has something to add. She's spent years in the video industry on the other side of the camera.
Okay, now say it.
I'm learning. I'm actually learning.
You're learning.
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh my goodness.
What a great thing to do to have it outsourced.
Yeah, absolutely. The things that stop us should be outsourced. If it gets you stuck, see if you can outsource it.
It's a totally good idea.
I love that.
Not me, though. She can't outsource me.
Yeah. So, and any questions at all? Anything that you would be dying to know this week, or that you were hoping to hear and you haven't heard yet?
I have a question about last week.
Okay.
It's back to you two. The HQ. I don't know how many. Raise their hands if you guys have that HQ in the back where you can.
Oh yeah, that's the app that you have to download.
Is that the vid one?
Yep, the vidIQ.
The vidIQ is that when I download that, then that thing will show up, and I'll be able to set the parameters on the video from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've
downloaded it.
Okay. I'm just going to double check that it's the same, that it's the right website, and then I'll pop it into here. Yeah, it is. Get that, even if you don't use it yet.
Okay.
It's easy to download, but I did have to search it, YouTube search it to figure out how to download it, because they don't give you directions.
Well, they don't give you directions anymore?
Well, I may have gone around the back door. Maybe this site does, but the directions I got were nil. It just said how you use it. It's like, welcome, how do you use it? Well, it doesn't tell you how to download it before you use it.
Okay. I've had it on there so long, I don't know how they have their site set up yet, or now.
And like I say, I may have gone around the back door on it, so.
Okay. So yeah, vidIQ.com. And I got lots of ninja things that you can do with it after once you're at a different place.
I have a question.
For keyword, you can sneak up on people that are maybe your competitors on YouTube. You can check out what's on their channel. You can do lots of good yet honest stuff with it. Sunita.
Quick question: where can I find the previous recorded bootcamp videos?
I'll share. Did I share the playlist with you yet?
I haven't got anything.
Okay. I'll grab can you grab the link from here, or do you want me to put it in your Facebook inbox?
Inbox me, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
It'll just be one link, and every week I add the next one. It's on a playlist.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Aren't all the videos on the pinned thing? Aren't they all each week's thing? Is that what she asked? Are they all right there?
No, I didn't put any of the recordings in there because I'm only sharing it specifically for the people that show up.
True that.
Yeah. And before I forget, next week, I can't do week 6 next week, and I apologize. So we have to skip next week and then do week 6 the week after. So my aunt on my dad's side is flying in, so I'm going to pick her up from the airport and drive her to where my dad is. She's going to come and spend some time with him.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good, because Robert and I can catch up on our homework then.
I was just going to say that.
Don't tell.
Me too.
Oh, just me. Sorry, Robert.
And
no, I'm right there with you.
And there's a few other, and Susan K. There's a few of you.
I can come out of the corner.
Kelly, I think, has every single one done. And Tracy, I think, has every single one done. Did you do your story?
Not yet.
Oh.
I will.
There you go.
Susan,
mm-hmm.
Can I get you to inbox me the link as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, thank you.
If I forget, just give me a shout.
Okay.
But I'm writing it down now. Anybody else that doesn't yet have the playlist link that wants it?
I'd like it. Oh, yeah. Dr. B, yes.
Oh, me too. Me too.
All of it.
Yes, send it to David, too.
All of it, Susan.
Are you sure, David?
Yes, ma'am.
And Shay, do you have it? Did you get it last week?
I did.
Yeah.
Just send it to all of us.
Yeah, I think most of the rest of you I might have last week, but I'll write you down.
You never send me anything.
Oh. You be careful there.
I was just thinking that. Be careful what you wish for, Dave.
He's trying to find some buttons.
How dare you send me everything?
Since Jason's not here, we had to have a button pusher, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'd like to have a little go round here and hear everybody's just kind of one sentence answer to how they've pushed past the fear to do a video.
Good one. Yeah.
I have it.
Yeah, he hasn't.
Hey, I saw you on a boat, man, and I got a sign of a Hilton Head. That was like excellent. I was like,
I made a couple videos today. I met a pig today. His name is, what was his name? They called him Eventually. Eventually, he's going to be Bacon.
I think they're changing the subject now.
Yeah.
So I made my video. I made my week 2 video with the pig that I met on the beach.
All right.
That is awesome.
And that helped you overcome your fear?
No.
Did the pig help you to be more of a ham?
It gave me something else to focus the video on.
That is good. Okay.
I thought when I replay my videos or was on Hangout with mentors or that, I really wasn't as bad as what I thought inside, and that I had value, and so that built up my confidence. So I think it's more the more I do it and I look back, that's how it helps me.
So each time layer on a piece of self-confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like that.
Do it.
What you just said, David. Go ahead.
I'm to the age where I just don't give a rip anymore. People either like me or they don't.
Right.
There you go.
So I mean, I've been doing video for a few years, and I remember going through that. It was a you really have to know who you are and believe in who you are and know that you're perfect just how you are. So, but yeah, I just don't give a rip. If they don't like it, they don't have to watch it.
Yeah. And in that first, the first sessions that you went through, Sue, was was kind of in the beginning of the video on purpose as a product. And that whole first section was really about getting past the fear of video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was so much fun.
Yeah, it was.
It's a huge growth. The more you do it, the better you get. And the best part about it is it's the better you get in here. That's the best part.
Yeah.
Well, David, that's very true. And David, what you said was, I remember that call that you were on, and your authenticity was just so brilliant. It was so touching that I felt I want to really get to know this guy. This guy is he's a mensch. He's like a really good guy, and it reminded me.
Yeah.
It reminded me that, the less that we like, as far as breaking through to answer your question, I feel the less that we make it really about ourselves, and the more we can step out of ego and just stop even thinking about what other people think, because it's just projection anyway. The more we can get out of our ego and make it about the message, focus on the message, then you'll look at it and then you'll see yourself like, who is that guy? Like you did, David. Like, hey, that's a pretty nice guy, right?
Thank you.
If it's the time that you're talking about, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think what happened is what you were talking about, you were so passionate about that, about what you were sharing, you forgot you were on camera. You were just talking to us.
That's right.
Is that right? Is that what happened?
Yeah, I think you can't see yourself because you're so focused on the inside. I don't even see my face there. So I can't see expressions or anything.
Right. So that is one of the main things that got me going. I wasn't looking at the camera. Like, I put my eyes there at first, but then I was no longer looking at the camera or what I was looking at, but visually I was picturing the people I was talking to. So and then your intention is clear, your message that you're going to say, and that's what you're seeing right in front of you. You are talking to them. And they feel it. They feel that because that's what you're doing.
I lost my picture.
Wait,
See, that's what happens. That's what happens when you're recording it. You lose your picture. I'm sorry, Dr.
I might be able to help.
I want to say something else. When you're being vulnerable and sharing something, or I know I've got issues. I'm sure a lot of us have health issues, and what we've been through. Think about this. If you can help one person by being vulnerable and sharing your story on video, what is that worth? You're going to help tons of people because we're in such a internet so vast. But one person, I don't want anybody to go through what I've been through. And what better way to do it than on video, where they can see your face, see your heart, see your tears.
So true.
Super T, how did you get past your fear of video?
So true.
I failed forward. I just, kept on till I just, like Sue says, I don't give a rip anymore. It's just, this is it. I just wore myself out continually saying, oh, this isn't right. This isn't right. Oh, I have to redo it. I have to redo it. And finally, when I stopped doing that, it just came out fine the first time. It was like, okay, just go ahead and just say what you feel. Don't put so much thought into it. I just overthink. I just overthought everything. When I finally let go and just relaxed and just got into it, like you said, not really even thinking about it, just getting the message out, that's when it became easier. That's when I was able to just do it.
Sunita, how are you more comfortable on video?
I don't think it was extremely uncomfortable when I started it. Doing the videos, I think where I got a little bit shaky at is when it was time to actually post. So, getting started and making funny faces. I like to do photo shoots before I do the video. Sometimes I take a picture of myself, post that on Facebook just to come on going. But from because in the video, it's almost like singing in the shower. It's going to see it until you post it. So shouldn't nobody have a reason to be afraid to do the video? That makes me feel vulnerable when it's time to actually say it. Post it.
Awesome. I missed part of the last part of what you said, but it was something to do with posting it. Just because your voice was cutting out. Was it to do with posting it?
No, I said the easiest part for me is actually doing the recording. I don't get nervous until it's time to post it, because no matter what, nobody should be nervous to do the video, because it's just like singing in the shower. Don't nobody even see you doing it. So why are you nervous? You have no reason to be nervous. That's 1, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and with a click of a mouse, I just let go.
There you go. I like it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Post it.
Sunita, you were born for the camera, sweetheart.
Yes.
You're good.
I love it.
She did her 100th video, didn't you not, Sunita?
I'm on video. I posted video 32 today.
Oh, okay.
Good girl.
Very cool.
Very good.
Anne, what about you? You've been doing video for a while, so I have two questions for you. Initially, when you first started recording video, what helped you get past the discomfort or the fear of video?
Well, I put it off for a long time, and my very first video that I ever posted was to thank everybody on Facebook for wishing me happy birthday, and I couldn't see my reflection when I did it because I was using a Vivitar camera. I wasn't using a cell phone. So I couldn't see, and I couldn't, I didn't prejudge what I looked like. But I just posted that, and I always hated my voice. So that always kept me from doing videos. But I slowly got into it, and I think because I ran a lot of them past my brother. When he was alive, we used to do a lot of businesses together, and he was so encouraging. So, he always said, "No, girl, you should just do them. You're so good." I'm like, "No, I kind of suck at it." But, just getting that first one out there and then just doing more and more. But I think for me it was easier because I wasn't using a cell phone like I do now so I can see my reflection. I set up my tripod, and I just started recording them, and however it came out, that's what I used.
That was the first videos that, the first 3 videos that I was recording. That's what I did. I was using my camera with a tripod. It didn't help me though, because I would watch them afterwards. That's where I did 64 before I published.
Oh, wow. Well, I did have one video that I did. It was about a year and a half ago for one of the last opportunities that I was in. And I used Pearl, my dog, with me. And I don't know how many takes I did. I think I did like 6 or 7 videos. They were like 3 minutes each. And I was holding her the whole time. She was so patient. But ever since then, she will not do videos with me.
She is done.
She's done. She'll do pictures. She'll let me take pictures of her, but she knows when that video turns on, and she goes like this. She won't look.
She's just done. And yes, and part of my intention of doing this boot camp and how the instructions are laid out, how the assignments are laid out, is for that community support. Because it doesn't matter, and that really moved Sunita last week when she was saying that, like, hearing the compliments and the support is massive, and so that's the value of doing this here together as a community. Definitely take the time to watch everybody's videos and give honest, good feedback that will help them grow their courage and their confidence, because that's powerful. Yeah. Absolutely. Now, my next question for you, Anne, is, even though you've been doing video for years, it's already helped you grow your business. It's already helped you expand your audience tremendously. Are you still growing right now in video? And is this boot camp helping you as well?
It is helping me because I still get uncomfortable doing it. I find if I'm doing a video on something that I really know inside and out and have a passion for, it just flows out. But if I'm having to do a video mainly talking about myself or exposing some vulnerable side of myself, I'm not comfortable with that at all. And that's an area that I need to grow and stretch in more. So this is helping.
Awesome. And it is important, to have a strategy, whatever that strategy is that you want to build out. And it might be a few different strategies, but never just do it in bite-sized pieces, but have a strategy of what you're going to do with video. So there's that list of essential videos that we went through, like your story videos, capture page, your thank you page, your welcome videos, etc. But also create a strategy over time, whether you're going to do a series of videos, or what do you want to share? How do you want to build your video plan into your business and collaborate it together? And it's not something you need to put together overnight, but keep it in the back of your mind that you need to have a video strategy that you're going to build out.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Yeah. And then one of the things that you might do, we mentioned don't get distracted by the apps, but if you do want to build an audience on one of the other apps, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, or Snapchat, Periscope, wherever, pull people into where your main videos are going to be. Like, so you just, all you'd have to do is say on Instagram, either share a picture telling them what video you just recorded, and then in the comments part, you would send them to your video, whether it's on your Facebook page or YouTube, or you would record a quick video telling them, like, this video is directly up to Instagram. Tell them, I just recorded a great video. I'm going to go back to Susan K. Give me, what dish are you cooking today or tomorrow?
I'm making a pot of beef stew tonight.
Okay.
And I'm going to bottle kombucha later too.
There you go. So on Instagram, you would go, hi there, everybody. I'm making beef stew tonight. Upload. Find it on wherever your YouTube channel is, or put that in your comments. That's it. So pull people into your main place, whether it's Facebook or YouTube. And that's how you use the other apps. Any questions?
You did a great job, Susan.
It's been wonderful.
Thank you, Susan.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I enjoyed it. It's a really good time. So our last week together is not next week. It's the week after.
Yeah. Okay.
Does that mean you get a really big assignment? I don't know.
Everybody can get caught up.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking. I want to see a whole bunch more of your videos. I'm waiting.
Yeah.
We're going to do week 6 on week 7.
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, and maybe we'll make it a popcorn party or something. Popcorn at the movies.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a million, y'all.
You guys on the call.
Good night.
Thank you, Susan.
Isn't that great?
You're welcome.
Everybody,
Thank
good night.
you.